Hello guys, Brian back here with another Caspa video. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I thought I'd put a video out today, found a few things to talk about, and one thing that might show a lot higher prices here actually in Caspa, alright? So I'm going to go over that in a second with you guys. I want to show you here, first things first, the Twitter page says thanks Nicholas Sismill for researching protocols of hashtag, and Michael Sutton found in Trilemma Solver, hashtag Caspa. It says it's flattering coming from the former due diligence officer at Binance US. You've literally seen them all and chose Caspa. So that's pretty cool. Not sure what the whole story is there, without clicking on it and reading it. And we all know about the Bitpanda listing yesterday. Pretty huge. Europe's biggest retail broker, so that's pretty big. All right, and if you come over here, this is from the Kaspa website. It says Kaspa in Uganda. Check out these cool shirts. I definitely want to grab some of them. Even a hat would be pretty cool. You'd have to check it out. I'm sure you could probably buy them on eBay or something. I'm sure they probably got them. You have to check it out. Maybe do a few giveaways to some subscribers. That'd be pretty cool. That says here, ambassador events report great marketing is all about great stories best told from an accessible community approach. And since Caspa is a community supported project, we've had to be creative with how we get the message out to the world. From day one, we've been pushing a grassroots philosophy approach, working towards seeing a wave of localized marketing ambassadors. We are starting to see the fruit of this labor. It says here the Kaspa Ambassador Program was introduced by Rubarbarian as a way to engage, equip, and support passionate Caspians around the world. By onboarding trusted, knowledgeable, and referred members, the idea is to help with adoption at the ground level in local cultures and languages. A Caspa ambassador is someone from anywhere around the world that has made the decision to dedicate their time and resources to spread the vision of Caspa and encourage people, developers, merchants, and investors to consider Caspa. It says, if interested in this level of volunteer activity, reach out to Rubarbarian in Discord or Telegram or email r@caspa.org. Over the past few months, we've been working hard to find ambassadors in different regions around the world, and a few have risen up to take on the challenge. One being from Uganda. And this is him here. That's pretty cool. So obviously, in-person meetup. Obviously, he's pushing this in Uganda, which is pretty cool. Wow, it's actually at university in Uganda. That was from May 30th. Caspa at Blockchain DevFest Uganda. Hey, good for him. Wow, they're really pushing it down there. Jeez, got people posing with Caspa shirts. Wonder who paid for all this stuff, We got videos here. Let's check one out. Huh. Pretty cool. Wow, that's the setup I need to do my videos. Something like that on the table, laptop on it. Wow, pretty cool. So apparently this guy's trying to push the word out there in Uganda about Abraham. Good for him. Yeah, and if you're interested in becoming an ambassador, right there, r@caspa.org, Telegram or email. You can get a hold of them, so pretty neat. But let's move on here, guys. All right, we checked the Twitter, we looked at the web page. Here's the bubbles for the day. Boy, Bitcoin, I don't know what happened there. I didn't realize that Ripple won the lawsuit yesterday, so that was massive for the crypto market, absolutely huge. But I'm going to show you guys something here, and that's why XRP was flying so high there yesterday. So that's good to hear. That's good for all of us, okay? Because not only gets a little bit of clarity out there in the United States, but that Bitcoin dominance, it's still way down here at 50.15, especially after yesterday. Now I realize, why everything was flying, and Bitcoin breaking that 31,500. It wasn't fundamentals, it was FOMO, it was money coming into the market. So looks like we're probably going to have to work on that again here, because look at this hourly mess that came in here just recently. These were hour candles, 1-2 hours. This thing went from 31.2 down to 29.9. Looks like it found some ground here, so it's kind of leveling out here. Probably going to start its way back up. You got the 1 hour on the floor, okay, and way down at the bottom down here. So the 4 hour working its way down there, okay. You got the 8 hour still coming down. Got the 12 hour still coming down. So and we got the daily actually flipped bearish here, okay. But I believe this thing is definitely holding up here. There's a trend line you can see right. Well, let's see here. See where this is. Well, just about a trend line right there. Alright, I'm going to hold that as a trend line and make sure Bitcoin holds that level there, okay. Just about there. You almost have a third touch there. It's just didn't reach down far enough. But I think this thing has found a bottom. That was a pretty big drop there. So we're going to have to work on that 31,550 again here. That was just FOMO kicking in the market yesterday and drove that price up. So we'll be back at it here. Obviously, there's going to be an influx of money coming in this market now. So that's great to see. We got the DXY having a little bit of a push here. Like I said yesterday, I expect that. We got that daily RSI on the bottom. So this thing's going to have a push up. Absolutely. And if you could please hit the like and subscribe, guys, I would appreciate that so very much. We got the crypto total market cap. It also did the same thing as Bitcoin here, right? If you go on the hourly, look at that. Same thing as Bitcoin. That's how much liquidity Bitcoin holds in this market. Moved the whole market cap that much. So look, honestly, this thing could probably come down a little bit more, but we'll see what happens here. We got that 4 hour RSI on the floor, or that's the 1 hour. We got the 4 hour coming down. We got the 8 hour, coming down, and the 12 is coming down. All right, the daily is still bullish. Okay, now this thing is obviously it's going to have a retrace back up here. These things don't go in straight lines down. Okay. This thing is going to find some, I believe it's got a little bit more to go. You can see the support line right down here. Of course, did that hit any? Yeah, it hit one back here. So could have been a bottom. It hit a support right back here and through here. So that could be the bottom right there. But that's the total market cap of crypto. Here's the total too without Bitcoin. Did the same thing, but that's how much liquidity that thing has. Look at the hourly. Sucked it right down. Alright, so we'll keep an eye on these. It's the weekend here, with that news with XRP. I expect, and everybody expects a lot of buyers to come in the market. This weekend would be a very good time. So let's get a look at Caspa here and see what's going on. Okay, if I zoom out here on the daily chart, alright, yesterday I talked about that 0.0282, about that being a resistance level. That thing smashed right up through that. It went to 0.0298. Okay, you can see that big wick right there. It shot right up through there. All right, so If we have this, we had our trend line here. Let's line this up perfect. There we go. Okay, now it looks like we're probably doing a correction. You know, once you have a break of trend line, usually when this thing comes back up to the 618, okay, which if we put a Fibonacci on here, probably we'll see which one. Yeah, that's probably the one we're going to use. It's probably going to come up to the 702 actually right here, but that trend line is probably not going to get broke, and this is going to be an ABC correction more than likely. Okay, so if that ends up working out like that, let's put a line here and that's 702. Alright, then this thing is going to pull down on top of that, which would bring us right back to that level. Okay, right. Let's I just want to see if it's any major support area. Well, it's a support area right through there. You can see that right through there. That's a major support area. Yeah, so that could be valid as long as that's what it's doing. There's sometimes you'll see them, you know, catch off guard and they'll fire right up through there and keep going. So obviously I got my eyes on Caspa all the time. I'm constantly looking at these charts, but watch that 0.0284. If it does not get through that, then this thing's doing an ABC, which is no big deal. It has to do a correction sometime here. Okay, like I said yesterday, I expected it to hit the 0.0282, this yellow line here, and I expected it to get stopped out there and do a correction, but actually peaked higher. Okay, we got the 4 hour coming down. The 8 hour is bearish. The 12 hour, same story. It's bearish. So that would line up here with the correction. Got that daily still bullish, and of course the weekly still looks fantastic. The hourly is on the floor. That's why we're getting this run back up here. All right, you can see how this thing, I wish it would just do it now, but that's 702. That's a typical place for an ABC. All right, so if it does not get through the 0.0284, then this thing is going to be coming down to right on top of there, 0.0252. It'll be coming down here for an ABC, which makes it look huge on here, guys. But if you zoom out on this thing, okay, you're just gonna, that's just part of the way these things are gonna work. Right, where was our A, whole way down here, the B back up here, and the C down here. Right, so that's what I'd be watching out for here. You know, like I said, if we bust up through that one, what was that number? There we go, the 0.0285. If we break through that, okay, then this thing could be making another run higher. But I personally don't believe it is, just because of this here, the 4 coming down, right down here, the 8, and the 12. Alright, them all have to come down. Now what I was looking at on this bigger view, alright, on the daily, let's get this off here. Alright, if you were looking at this chart, alright, something really sticks out here to me, okay, which is, if this is a wave 1 right here, which that very, very well could be, okay, absolutely could be. We could be looking at much higher prices here. Not much higher, but definitely higher, right? Put that on there. That would give us a target up at 0.0431. And I wanted to show you how good this thing works, because you guys notice I use it a lot. And the reason is I was trading synthetics earlier, okay, S and X. I want to show you some. Alright, I was looking, put this thing on the hourly here, okay. I was looking for where this thing was going to be going. Alright, so I got the trend-based fib, put it on the bottom to the top, pulled it back. Look at that. Right there was the top. Alright. That's why I use it. Right there is where it topped out, and then the correction started from there. So if you waited for that thing to get up there, and then went into a short from up here, you massively cashed in some big money. Pull it down to here on a a 10x, then you 160% of your money. You over doubled your money. And actually it's a lot more than that. I usually, there's sometimes I'll go 20x, so especially if I see a move like this, because if the trend base fib is giving me a target up here, I'll put if I get in up here, the stop loss is just above this, then all of this, the risk to reward is massive. I have very small risk with up here compared to the run that it's going to do down here. Now I expect SNX to have a rebound here, and it's going to do an ABC correction here, okay? Or this could be just a fourth wave pullback, and it could have one more pushback up here, because this wick, I don't know if that's good enough for the fifth wave or not, so we'll just have to wait and find out. It could actually have another push right back up to that again, so if it does, I'll do the same exact thing. I'll wait for it to get back up there, get in a short, and ride it back down again. So we'll see what happens, right? But as far as Kaspa goes, this thing's looking fine. Just expect like I said, an ABC to correction to come in here. Nothing major, normal stuff in the market. Yep, see that rejection we're getting now? I was hoping some time would play out here so I could show you guys. Remember we were talking about that trend line. If it gets rejected there at that number, there it goes. It's starting to get rejected from there. So that's what it looks like coming in. All right, so like I said, if you have your measurement, okay, this thing came right up. It's a little tiny nub on the top of it there. All right, right up to that 702. There we go. All right, if we measure right down on top of that, that gives us a target down here, 0.0253. All right, so like I said, that would be A, B, C, just like that. All right, as long as it doesn't blast up through there, okay? Nothing's guaranteed in this market, not financial advice. 0.0284, as long as we get rejected from there. If it busts above that, then we're probably going higher. So, all right, guys, thank you very, very much. I hope everybody has a great Friday night. Please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you real soon.